Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to be going over our No Matter the Weather card kit. So for those of you that purchased the kit from me, please join in. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I thought we would just start by opening up our kit and seeing everything that we have here. So when you open your box, you will have this wonderful piece of chipboard. I save my chipboard because you can do so many things with it. So we'll just put this on the side for now. In your kit, you also get a block. You get some ribbon or some linen thread, and then you get the little glue dots. You get a little Stampin' Spot. This is the ink that you're going to be using for your project. I'm not going to be using this one because I already have my basic gray stamp pad open. So I'm just going to be putting this one on the side. And then we also have our stamps. So I love in these kits that you get the stamps. These are so nice. So to store these, just a little tip, I have like old, like a little case, a DVD case that I store like my stamp cleaner in. But I stick the stamps on here. I stamp images on paper to make like the cover, and then I keep the stamps in here. So if you have any of these, you can always recycle them. If not, Stampin' Up! Does sell these cute little cases. So we have that. Then we also have some dimensionals. Have to love dimensionals. So we'll be using that. And then in your kit, you also have these really cute papers. So we're going to be using this. So I'm just going to lay these out. Just kind of organize here of what we're going to be using. You also have these images, and these just pop right out. So you can see I've already used a couple of them. They're going to be used on another card that we can make with this kit using some other products. So we'll be using that. We also have a sheet here with some tags and some punched out circles. So we'll have that ready. And then we have our cardstock. So this is going to be our card bases. And then they also come with these really cute envelopes. And they're already pre-decorated. Aren't they cute? Alright, if I get this last one out. There we go. So we have all of these really cute envelopes. So let's get started. We'll put this box on the side. And, the most important part in this kit is it gives you step-by-step directions. It gives you really beautiful pictures. These are the ideas that Stampin' Up! Has come up with for this kit. There are so many other ways you can utilize this kit as well, and I'm going to show you some of those. In your directions, when you open it up, it literally gives you picture directions. So these are a lot better directions than they've had in the past. So we are going to be making these 3 cards. So let's get crafting. All right, so our first card that we're going to make is this really adorable one here with the clouds and the little boots. So we will grab our card base. Now I haven't made these yet, so please bear with me. So we will put the directions just right up here. So we have our card base, and we are going to grab this beautiful paper here, and then it looks like on the directions, on the picture here, they have some clouds, some cloud images. So we're going to grab our cloud stamp. And I'm going to be using just my regular blocks. way, and in your kit you do have the ink spot. Again, I'm not opening mine because I have this one open already. So, juice up our stamp, and we'll just place some clouds on here. Do a little stamp off just so we have another color in there, or a little lighter image. There we go. And clean my stamp, and we'll put this one back. There we go. So then what we will do is we will take out our little boots. We'll just pop those out. See how easy that is? Isn't that awesome? And then it looks like they used flowers. So we'll take that out. And let's see, we also need the little circle for our sentiment. So you're going to pop out a little circle. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. So you can really choose whatever sentiment you would like. I'm just going to peel this cover off. So the sentiment, what would I like? I would like this one. We'll put that on our block. Juice it up. And just center it right in the middle of that little circle. There we go. Have that. And now let's put our card together. Let's make these pieces. And now you can use the dimensionals that they gave you. You can use the little glue dots. The glue dots and the ink spots and the blocks I put aside so that when I offer classes, I can include them in your kits. So we are going to be needing this. Oh, look at, and they also included some little gems. Awesome. All right, so let's put on our pieces. I'm going to grab 2 dimensionals. Put them on the back. And I'm so sorry I wasn't able to do the kit night the night that we had originally planned. Oops, we had some storms coming through here, some winter storms, and we had a ton of ice. So I'm thinking the ice settled on some lines, and I had some horrible internet service. And it took a while for a good solid internet to come back, so. But we're doing it now, and we're having fun. All right, so put some dimensionals on the back of the flowers. And we're going to place it where it looks like the image is inside the boots. So we're just going to kind of tuck some of it in there. Just like that. And we'll grab some more dimensionals for our sentiment. And we'll slide that under the leaves. There we go. Now they also gave you this really nice thread. So I just have to find where they started. There we go. And unwind. And it looks like they did a double bow. So we're going to do a double bow. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of the linen thread, fold it in half. So I have my 2 pieces. And just snip that. Get to the end. So now I have 2 pieces, relatively the same size. I'm going to make a little bow. So what I do is I just make a loop, wrap it around, just like you're tying your shoe. And then we pull it up right through the center. Just have to make sure you grab both of those threads and then just pull. Now, it doesn't look great now, but this is when you have a chance to just kind of play with it a little bit. Make your loops however big you want them. So it's just playing with it a little. All right, now we have that. I'm going to trim my ends. And I will grab a mini glue dot. And now they do offer them in your kit. But again, I already have some open, and I want to save those to send out with card kits. So I'm just going to take it and roll it a little bit on my finger. Put this where I want my bow. I'd like it right about there. I'll put that right there. Alright. Now we'll attach this to our card base. Just going to flip it over. And in your kit you would use your little glue dots. I'm using my Stampin' Seal. You could even pop it on your card base with dimensionals. So I'm going to put that right in the center. So here is the first card that they've included all the supplies to make the, this beautiful card. So here's our first one. Our next one we're going to make is the second one that's pictured. So we will make that. So now we want to grab our card base, fold that in half, just push down the edges. Now we want to look for the matching paper. So it looks like they've used this. They've also used these boots, the bigger boots. And these have the flowers already on them. Looks like they used a bunny, cute little bunny. And then it looks like they've also used a heart. So I'll pop one of those out. And it looks like they've put something on the bottom here. So looking at the picture, I'm not quite sure. It looks like they stamped these little dots. So we're going to pull that off. Looks like they're little rain dots. But you know what? I don't think that's what they used. I think they used this one. It goes along the bottom. So I'm going to take my stamp, lay it down, put it on my block, and now we'll start putting everything together. So we'll take our base, juice that up, stamp, there we go. It looks like they just randomly stamped the bottom. And you could do it however you would like. Just make it your own. What they offer are suggestions. So, we have this. Now we need to grab our little label, because they stamped a sentiment out on this little label. So they used Let Love Grow. So let's find that one. So that's right here. Peel that off. Lay your stamp down. Pick it up with your block. Juice that up. I just love how quick these are. These kits would also be fabulous if you were having a baby shower, a bridal shower. It would be a fun activity. It would also be a fun activity for like a ladies' night out. So if you're planning like a fun ladies' retreat, if it's like a church retreat, or just having some friends over, a glass of wine, they do have many other kits. So I do have a link on my post that you can check out all of the other kits that they have. So they do release kits every several weeks. So they just recently released a brand new batch of kits. There is one kit that I want to do with all of us. It's a magnet board. It looks so cool. You can make this beautiful magnet board. It comes with the magnets, and you can also make cards. It's very awesome. All right, so we will add some dimensionals on here. So as I was saying, you do, or I do have the link to check out. So all you do is click the link, and then you search under kits, and then it gives you a listing of all the kits. All right, we're going to take our sentiment and just add it right down here. There we go. So I am a part of a Bible study, so I'm going to be doing a kit night for Our Ladies. So it'll be just a fun night out where we can just relax and have awesome conversation, good food, spend time with each other. It's nice to be able to do something different. One there, we'll grab another, put it on there. All right, so we got our glue dots on here. We're just going to put this right around here. There we go. Now we have our little bunny. And we'll put glue, dimensional, sorry. We'll put him right here. He's just hanging out with the little boots. And then our heart. For the heart, I'm going to use a mini dimensional. If you don't have the mini dimensionals, I strongly suggest you get them. They are awesome. Then you don't have to worry about cutting your big ones. All right, so pop that on. Whoop. I'll just put a little heart up here, just because. All right, so we have that. Let's attach this before we finish adding everything else. Let's attach it to our card base. So we'll grab our Stampin' Seal. Again, you could use dimensionals, you could use the liquid glue. If you do use the liquid glue, a little is all you need. You don't need a lot. Otherwise the paper gets too wet. Right down there. And then, I don't think they have it on their card, but we're going to add some of these cute little gems here. So, let's see if it will work with my take your pick tool. We're just going to use the little circle ones. There's one. Oh, it just gives it a little something. Isn't that cute? Love it. There we go. I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see the little dots. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but that's all right. All right, and it looks like they do have a long ribbon. So we'll just take our linen thread, cut a piece off, make a bow. You can always trim it down. Just doing a single bow. It's just like tying your shoes. So we have that. I don't think I need to have such a long tail, but in the picture they do show a long tail. So we'll see when we get it on our card. So take a little glue dot, and again I'm going to kind of roll it. There we go. And it looks like they have it like right at the edge of the sentiment. So we'll just put that there. Grab our bow. Right on there. And they have it long. I don't know if I like it that long, so I'm just going to trim mine up just a little bit. And here we have our second card that they gave us an example on to make. All right, so let's move on to our third card. So the third card, you're going to pull out the supplies for this. So first things first, we need our card base. So we'll grab that, fold that down. Then we need our paper that looks like this. And it looks like they stamped some raindrops. So here's where we use our little raindrops. Use the raindrops. Yes. know, and they're using still the same color. If you have other colors, you could most certainly use that. So it looks like they just randomly stamped some raindrops. Just stamping on this side. There we go. Oh, one more. There we go. It's amazing how the look changes with just one simple, tiny little stamp. All right. So now, what else do they have on here? They have the punched image here of all these little boots. So we're going to pop them out. And it looks like there's some pieces here we need to take out of the center. Pop that up from the bottom. Alright, so it looks like we have all our pieces punched. And what we will do, okay, so it looks like she's got her rain boots just like that. So this will hide behind here. So we will grab our dimensionals and add that to our card. I love how all this stuff just fits together. It's so cool. Alright, so let's just line this up over her boots. There we go. Alright, it looks like that there is also a label and some more of a linen thread. So we'll grab a blue label and stamp our sentiment on there. So let's see, which sentiment did they use? They used, I suppose I should have my glasses on. You can use any sentiment you would like. Leave the image down, get it on your block. Stamp that right there. And now they do give you enough, so if you make a mistake, you can always grab another piece or flip it over. Some more dimensionals, and we'll put this on. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use dimensionals for this because this is already popped up. So I'm just going to run my stamp and seal on there, and I'll just lay it flat. Just like that. Now there is some of the linen thread. We'll make another bow. Yeah, please definitely check out all of the other kits that they have available. They have so many. It's so awesome. I love these new kits. And then there's also, don't forget the Paper Pumpkin subscriptions that you can get. They are very similar to this. Alright, so let's get this on. Roll that again. And right here on the end. Push that on, there we go. Flip it over, attach it, and then I think we're going to use some of those really cute raindrop embellishments. Alright, put that on our card. And now what you can also do is take some of your regular cardstock that you have, and you could map this if you wanted it a little fancier. There's always that option. Now on here, I don't know if you can see, but there's these really cute raindrops. We're going to use those. Just randomly place them. And I think with this, I know I usually say 3, but it's raindrops. We never have just 3. Yep. There we go. So here is your other card. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right. So now, those are the suggestions that they offer in the directions. I'm going to show you one that I had created, and just to show you the versatility of these kits. So I have a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. Folded it in half. We're just going to push the edges down. I cut a piece of Granny Apple Green. Going to attach this to our card. We're just going to lay it flat. There we go. And I chose the paper that came in the kit. We have this. And we will attach this to our card. We'll lay this flat as well. There we go. And I popped out these 2 items out of our little tags there. We'll add these with some dimensionals. Let's see what stamps we have. What could I add? We could add some of this. That looks like we have some ground. Do that. There we go. Just add it at the bottom here. Well, normally I probably should have not attached it just quite yet, because I'm stamping on it, but that's all right. All right, so got that, and then let's see. We could put on our little boots, so let's add those. Then we have the flowers again, so we're going to add some dimensionals on the back. All right, we'll kind of tuck them in also. So we have that. Then what we could do is we need a sentiment. So we're going to put our sentiment up here. So I think we'll grab a circle. Stamp something on there. Let's see. That would be too big. Too big. Okay. So we will use the Wishing You Brighter Days. There we go. We could add this with the dimensional. Now we need to add some bling. Now you could, instead of using the linen thread that came with the kit, you could also grab whatever ribbon you have that you think would look nice. But we will just use this, and actually we will put a bow right here. So we'll do a double bow again. I like the double bows. Just like we did before, we have 2 strings. We'll tie a bow. Now other people have also, when they've done their bows, they made the 2 little rabbit ears and twisted them together. I have a hard time doing that, but if you're more coordinated than I am, that might work better for you. So I just do the traditional, just like you're tying a shoe. Alright, so pull that through. There we go. Fix that up. Trim these a little. And grab another one of our little dots. We want it right about here. It's in between these 2 pieces. Put our bow. You could also add any other kind of gems, any other kind of ribbon. Like the white crinkle ribbon would probably be really cute. So now, instead of raindrops, I think I'm going to add just these little dots. I love this Take Your Pick tool. For me, this is a definite must-have. And I feel we kind of need to do something with this. What could we do? We could, see, they have a little teeny tiny little heart. So maybe we'll use that. And I'm not going to put it with the gray. I think I want to use a little pink. That's kind of straight. So let's see, what would be, well, we use the Blushing Bride, so let me find my Blushing Bride ink pad. And we'll just juice up that little heart. And I think we'll just lightly put it here. Well, that did not work very well now, did it? All right, so no fear. We will grab, let's make a little bigger heart. A piece of scratch paper. It happens. So we will grab a bigger heart. Juice it up. Stamp. All right, now we take our paper snips. So there's always a way to fix it in case something happens. Turn this up. See, that's why you should not attach the label or attach anything if you still plan on stamping. Alright, so let's finish trimming this. Alright, now I will grab a mini glue dot, or a mini dimensional. Put that right on the back. And we'll put that right there. See? No one's the wiser. No one will know that I botched up the little heart underneath. Alright, so this is another card that you can make in the kit. You can create so many different cards within these kits. It's just not limited to what they show you in the directions. So, with that said, we are finished with our kit class. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out all the other beautiful kits that they have available. I know a lot of the ones that they had on back order are now in. So if there was something you were looking for in the past, we do have them. I know some of the Christmas ones came in. I know it's kind of after the fact, but You can get a head start on your Christmas cards for next year. Also remember, you can use these for get-togethers, parties, showers, even just a quiet night out with just yourself or a couple of friends. So be sure to check that out, and I will see you all later. God bless. Bye-bye.